Prime Minister Modi to give his speech.
The leaders on dais and the delegates from the India and China business community. Friends, I'm really happy to be here with you. Before coming to this forum, I had every detailed discussion with the CEOs of major Chinese companies. I'm sure our interactions today will lead to benefits to the people and business of the two countries. Along with me, a number of officials and prominent Indian CEOs are also present here. As you know, China and India are two great and old civilizations of the world. They have provided many lights of knowledge to the entire human society. Today, together, they represent more than 1/3 of the global population. India and China have a common history of 5,000 years and a common boundary of over 3,400 kilometers. 2,000 years ago, at the invitation of the Chinese Emperor Ming, two Indian monks came to China. They brought many Sanskrit scriptures on two white horses. They translated many Buddhist scriptures into Chinese language. It is believed that they introduced Buddhism in China. The temple then increased in importance as Buddhism grew within China and spread to Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. The serenity of Buddhism in Asian countries is the seed of their success. I strongly believe that this century belongs to Asia, and Buddhism will be a further unifying and catalyzing force among the Asian countries. Your famous scholars like Fashion and Saranjang have taught many secrets of Chinese wisdom to Indians. In addition, they discovered many secrets within India itself. Saranjang had visited my own hometown in Gujarat. From his works, we know today that there was a Buddhist monastery there. When Saranjang returned to China, he brought with him Sanskrit scriptures and books of wisdom. The traditional system of medicine of the two countries based on natural elements also have a lot in common. In recent times too, this stream of knowledge is flowing across our borders. Professor Chi Chanil of Peking University was a great Sanskrit scholar. He spent most of his part of his life in translating Valmiki's Ramayana into Chinese. Indian government has honored him by bestowing prestigious award in 2008. More recently, Professor Chin Ting Han has translated Tulsi Ramayana into Chinese. Translations of Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata are also popular with Chinese people. I thank these Chinese scholars for introducing Indian culture to the Chinese people. Friends, India has always been a knowledge society. Wherever you have been an innovating society, ancient China was highly advanced in science and technology. Like Indians, the Chinese, they too sailed to Americas and distant corners of the world in their ships. They had the marine compass and gunpowder. But I must add that during this time, Indian astronomy and mathematics were quite popular in China. Indian astronomers were appointed on the official boards set up to prepare calendars. The Indian concept of zero and discoveries in China. So our ideas had a role to play in innovations. Thus, we have a lot in common and we can do a lot together. As we help each other growing spiritually, we have to help each other growing economically. There are instances of such economic exchanges in the past. It is below that China gave silk and paper to India. We both have potential of growth and problems of poverty which we can tackle together. We have refined our foreign direct investment policy in construction. We are also coming up with a regulatory framework for this sector. We have targeted 175 gigawatt of renewable energy in next 5 years. In addition to generation, the issues of transmission and distribution of electricity are equally important for us. We are modernizing our railway system, including signals, engines, and railway stations. We are planning metro rail in 50 cities and high-speed trains in various corridors. Similar is the case with highways, which we want to build in faster way. We are putting up new ports and modernizing the old ones through an ambitious plan called Sagar Mala. Similar focus is on upgrading the existing airports and putting up regional airports to enhance connectivity to places of economic and tourist importance. In financial services too, we are moving towards a more inclusive and faster delivery of financial products, including bank loans and insurance. For this purpose, we opened 140 million bank accounts, increased foreign direct investment and insurance up to 49%, and have set up Mudra Bank to fund the micro businesses. Recently, I have launched innovative schemes for insurance and pension to enhance social security of our citizens. In March this year, I had a discussion with Jack Ma of Alibaba in Delhi about possible cooperation for strengthening this microcredit sector of India. As you have successfully done, we also want to promote manufacturing in a big way, particularly to create jobs for our youth, who forms 65% of our population. Hence, we want to make things in India. For the purpose, we have launched a campaign called Make in India. It is also effort of my government to encourage innovation, R&D, and entrepreneurship in country. In this year's budget, we have set up some innovative institutional mechanism for that purpose. We have to learn from you about the development of labor-intensive industries, creating conditions for sustainable foreign direct investment, skill development, infrastructure creation, and export-led development model. All this is a historic opportunity for the Chinese companies. You would already be doing the direction of my government and the steps we are taking. We have committed ourselves for creating and improving the business environment. I can assure you that once you decide to be in India, we are confident to make you more and more comfortable. Many Chinese companies have the possibility of investing in India to take advantage of India's potentials. The potential lies in manufacturing processing as well as in infrastructure. I am here to assure you that India's economic environment has changed. Our regulatory regime is much more transparent, responsive, and stable. We are taking a long-term and futuristic views on these issues. Lot of efforts have been made and are still underway to improve the ease of doing business. We do believe that foreign direct investment is important and it will not come in the country without globally competitive business environment. Therefore, we have rationalized a number of issues which were bothering the investors. In particularly, we are making the taxation system transparent, stable, and predictable. We have removed lot of regressive taxation regimes. In our very first budget, we said we will not resort to retrospective taxation. We are reducing the complicated procedures, making them available at the one platform, preferably online. Simplifying the forms and formats has been taken up on board footing. Definite mechanism for hand-holding have been set up in the form of hub and spoke model. Invest India is the nodal agency for this purpose. In this year's budget, we allowed tax pass-through for AIFs, rationalization of capital gains for REITs, modification in PE norms, and deferring the implementation of GAR for 2 years. We have fast-tracked approvals in industry and infrastructure. This includes environmental clearances, extending the industrial licenses, delicensing of defense items, and simplification of cross-border trade. Within a very short time, we introduced GST bill in Parliament. Similarly, for infrastructure development, we have taken some far-reaching steps. First of all, we have made an all-time high allocation for roads and railway sectors. In addition, we are setting up India Infrastructure Investment Fund. We have also allowed tax-free bonds in the infrastructure sector, including roads and railways. We know that a lot more has to be done. But we are committed to take this process forward. We are constantly working to improve the business environment further. However, our initial measures have helped in building up an enhanced investor confidence. The sentiments for private investment and inflow of foreign investment are positive. Foreign direct investment inflow have gone up by 39% during April 2014 and February 2015, against the same period in previous year. Our growth rate is above 7%. Most of the international financial institutions, including the World Bank, IMF, OECD, and others, are predicting even faster growth and even better in the coming years. Moody's have recently upgraded the rating of India as positive on account of our concrete steps in various economic fields. Friends, Indo-Chinese partnership should and will flourish. I expect very good outcome from this coming together. We have complemented each other in the past. We can complement in the present and future too. As two major economies in Asia, the harmonious partnership between India and China is essential for economic development and political stability of the continent. You are the factory of the world, whereas we are the back office of the world. You give thrust on production of hardware while India focuses on software and services. Similarly, Indian component manufacturers have been mastered in high quality precision, and the Chinese players have mastered the art of mass production. The component design expertise of Indian engineers and low-cost mass production by China can cater to the global markets in a better way. This industrial partnership of China and India can bring about greater investment, employment, and satisfaction of our people. Friends, let us work together in mutual interest and for progress and prosperity of our great countries. I will conclude by saying that now India is ready for business. You must be sensing the winds of change in India. I only advise you to come and feel the same. I assure you of my personal attention for your success. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.